From rags to riches, the cryptocurrency market has created its share of millionaires and success stories. But where there's opportunity, there's also the shadow of opportunists. In this digital Wild West, some pioneers didn't strike gold. They struck the greed of cunning scammers. Today, we're peeling back the layers of blockchain's darkest hours, where fortunes weren't made, they were taken. Join us as we investigate the biggest crypto scams that left many high and dry. At number 1, we have Mt. Gox. Picture this. A nerdy computer whiz named Jed McCaleb kicks off an online exchange called Mt. Gox. It's 2010, and the exchange's original claim to fame is trading virtual cards from a card game, Magic the Gathering. But Jed had grander dreams than card trading. As the demand for Bitcoin started to surge, Mt. Gox shifted its focus to become one of the world's first Bitcoin exchanges. It quickly became the go-to platform for buying and selling, consolidating 70% of all Bitcoin trading. Mt. Gox's reputation for reliability and security attracted investors from all over the world. It was a time of Wild West adventure in the cryptosphere, and everyone was eager to join the party. But don't let the glitz and glam fool you. Dark clouds were gathering. Users started griping about painfully slow withdrawals and technical glitches, and what seemed like a minor hiccup was actually a warning sign of something much more sinister lurking beneath the surface. Then came February 2014, when the month that cryptocurrency enthusiasts worldwide won't soon forget. Mt. Gox suspended all Bitcoin withdrawals and blamed it all on a technical difficulty. Panic hit the cryptocurrency community like a tidal wave as millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin seemed to have evaporated into thin air. The grand finale was like something out of a movie. Mt. Gox went belly up, filing for bankruptcy in Japan, and that's when the truth came crashing down. Brace yourself for this. Around 850,000 Bitcoins had pulled a Houdini act, vanished without a trace. But this was no magic trick. It was a full-blown catastrophe. Now let's talk about the man behind the curtain, Mark Karpeles, the CEO of Mt. Gox. Suddenly, he found himself in the spotlight as the ringleader of the largest Bitcoin theft in history. He said he'd uncovered the breach, but by then the damage was already done. His management skills were sketchy at best, and the exchange's security was about as secure as a wet paper bag. And here's where it gets even juicier. Mt. Gox was running on what's known as a fractional reserve system. Translation, they didn't have all the money that we're supposed to have. Mt. Gox was trading and retrading customer deposits, hoping no one would notice. But, well, we noticed. The aftermath was a complete mess. Thousands of investors were left in the lurch, their wallets empty for no apparent reason. Faith in digital assets was shattered, and regulators worldwide went into overdrive, crafting new rules to safeguard the community from the next Mt. Gox disaster. As for Karpeles, he got into big trouble in Japan. There were accusations of embezzlement and tax fraud, and in 2019, he dodged the embezzlement charge but was convicted for fudging financial records. Luckily for him, he got a suspended prison sentence, but thousands of people lost their savings and investments on Mt. Gox. At number 2, Bitconnect. Picture this, it's 2016 and Bitconnect arrives on the crypto stage with fireworks, fanfare, and promises that sound too good to be true. They offered what they called a lending program. You handed over your Bitcoin and they promised to double your money. Who wouldn't want to get in on that? Bitconnect had a secret sauce they sold as Bitconnect Coin, BCC. It was supposed to be the next big thing in cryptocurrency, but it turned out to be all smoke and mirrors. People flocked to Bitconnect like moths to a flame, drawn in by the promises of easy money. The team were pros at creating media buzz, including conferences with glittery lights and a charismatic spokesperson named Carlos Matos, who shouted "Bitconnect" like it was the catchphrase of the century. And that's where the drama began. Bitconnect had its own exchange, where the price of Bitconnect coin skyrocketed. It seemed like everyone was making a killing, But it was all an illusion, and Bitconnect was using new investors' money to pay off the old ones. It was a classic Ponzi scheme, where you rob Peter to pay Paul, but in this case, it was rob Peter to pay Paul in crypto. Of course, the wild party couldn't last forever. Regulators started seriously looking around, and in January 2018, Texas issued a cease and desist order, and the Bitconnect exchange shut down. The price of Bitconnect coin plunged like a stone by over 92%, leaving countless investors high and dry. Bitconnect's masterminds didn't just disappear into the night. One of its top promoters, Trevin James, later issued a YouTube apology, saying he didn't know it was a scam. His "I'm sorry" video didn't quite cut it for those who lost their life savings. And what about Carlos Matos, the guy who, again, yelled "Bitconnect" like it was a rock concert? Well, he distanced himself faster than a cat avoiding a bath, claiming he was just an enthusiastic investor. He even joked about Bitconnect's collapse in a follow-up video. Newsflash, not funny. Number 3. OneCoin. The story of OneCoin is a crypto scam that feels like a soap opera with a financial deception twist. And if you're wondering, it might bring more drama than Bitconnect. But let's start at the beginning. It's 2014, and a mysterious figure named Dr. Ruja Ignatova steps into the scene with a cryptocurrency called OneCoin. Her pitch? It was the next Bitcoin, a revolutionary digital currency set to take the world by storm. But here's the twist. OneCoin wasn't even a real cryptocurrency. It was an illusion of one, an MLM centralized pyramid scheme hosted on OneCoin limited servers, which was marketed as a cryptocurrency. They promised massive returns to investors who were drawn in by the allure of getting rich quick. Ignatova even threw in some high society events and flashy conferences to keep the thriving image alive. OneCoin had an army of promoters who spread the word like gospel, convincing people that they were getting in on the ground floor of the next big thing. Thousands of people invested their hard-earned money, believing they'd soon be rolling in digital riches. The story took a dark turn when authorities started poking around. By 2017, several countries issued warnings about OneCoin. OneCoin had already amassed billions in investments and had its tentacles worldwide. Dr. Ruja Ignatova, who was often referred to as Crypto Queen, abruptly disappeared in 2017, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and frustrated investors. Her brother, Konstantin Ignatov, took the reins but got caught at Los Angeles International Airport in 2019 and later pleaded guilty to fraud charges in the US. Meanwhile, investigations were in place, and in March 2019, Mark Scott, a lawyer involved with laundering OneCoin's funds, was convicted in a US court. The crypto scam's web was slowly unraveling. OneCoin's grand illusion finally shattered when Ruja Ignatova was indicted in absentia, and the US Department of Justice declared it a billion-dollar scam. Authorities in several countries worked tirelessly to dismantle the fraud, and it became clear that OneCoin had defrauded billions from unwitting investors. But here's the kicker. Ruja Ignatova remains at large, and her whereabouts are still a mystery. Despite efforts to bring her to justice, she's managed to evade capture, leaving countless investors empty-handed. BitClub Network. Here's the scene. It's the early days of Bitcoin around 2014, and the BitClub Network enters the crypto stage with a bang. It presents itself as a mining pool, allowing people to pool their resources and mine Bitcoin collectively. Mining Bitcoin is like digging for digital gold, and the allure of striking it rich was undeniable. BitClub Network promised substantial returns for its members, enticing them with the prospect of profiting from the cryptocurrency revolution without the hassle of too much technical knowledge. They claimed to run massive mining operations in Iceland and other regions, creating an illusion of legitimacy. Thousands of eager investors joined the BitClub Network, buying into membership plans that promised a piece of the Bitcoin mining pie. Many were lured in by the potential for passive income and the promise of lucrative rewards. But here's where things started falling apart like house of cards. BitClub Network was nothing more than another Ponzi scheme. They used new investors' money to pay off earlier members, creating a facade of profitability. The scale of the scam was staggering. BitClub Network defrauded investors out of hundreds of millions of dollars, according to the US Department of Justice. The masterminds behind BitClub Network were indicted and faced multiple charges, but the damage was already done. And finally, we arrive at the Squid Token. The story of Squid Token is a true roller coaster of deception, false hope, and massive losses. Something that should belong in thriller movies, except it didn't. So picture this. It's 2021 and the cryptocurrency world was still buzzing from the GameStop and meme stock frenzy. Enter the Squid Token, a mysterious new cryptocurrency that claimed to be, again, the next big thing, promising huge returns for investors. People were drawn to it by the allure of striking it rich and the completely non-existent in reality affiliation with the popular Netflix series. But Squid Token wasn't what it seemed. It was part of an elaborate ruse, a pump and dump scheme that left investors holding the bag. The token's creators hyped it up on social media, promising that it would outperform even the most established cryptocurrencies. With a crypto market history of rapid gains, it's little wonder that people jumped in headfirst. In no time, Squid Token's price skyrocketed, and it became the talk of the town in the crypto community. Excitement was at a fever pitch, and people were FOMOing hard. But like all good things, it didn't last. Just as quickly as it had surged, Squid Token came crashing down. Investors who've poured their money into it found themselves with near worthless tokens. The Squid Token's value plummeted faster than a lead balloon, leaving many in financial ruin. The losses were staggering, estimated at hundreds of millions of dollars. The worst part? The creators of Squid Token mysteriously vanished into thin air, leaving behind a trail of disillusioned and financially devastated investors. Social media platforms were ablaze with anger and frustration when the truth about the scam became evident, but it was already too late. These scam stories, as juicy and exciting as they are really a testament to gigantic financial losses and personal tragedies of thousands of people. They are cautionary tales for the cryptocurrency world, reminding us all to stay vigilant, never underestimate the power of thorough research, and always approach new investment opportunities with a healthy dose of skepticism. In a market known for its volatility and unpredictability, it's crucial to navigate with care, or you might find yourself on the wrong end of the crypto roller coaster. Okay guys, this is it. Thanks for staying until the end. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video, and I'll see you next time.